Alrighty, so this is going to be my first video for YouTube, and what I have right here is just my normal ball python. He's about 9 years old, and he is a wild caught from West Africa. You can see he has a little bit of scarring on his head. But other than that, he's great. Excellent feeder. First time he went off feed, he only went off feed once recently for about 2 months. Lost, I'd say, about 50 grams. He's still about 1,900, just under 2,000 grams. So he's still plenty flat. Put him back. He's definitely my most faithful old snake. Take him out probably the most out of everything. And the reason I'm making this video, right on here, pretty much just a little explanatory on what I plan to do with my breeding. I've just had these guys as pets for a long time, but I'm looking to get into ball python and fat-tailed gecko. I'll show you my Dumerel tail. Got the tail right here, the head all right here. Probably a feed video on it. 2 days over feed. There's no problem for you guys. Color showing up nice. Just excellent peachy red and oranges all throughout her, especially on the head. It's almost like a Dumerel's ground boa. I mean Madagascar ground boa red on top of the head. And she's never struck at me, never bit me or anything like that. And she used to be the problem feeder, but she'll now snatch anything that comes in her cage. I don't really have to worry about her. The mother of this girl was about 9 feet long, which is pretty big for these guys. And with the way that she's growing over the last year, I'd say that she's probably going to reach that length, if not be extremely good. Shot of these geckos in here. The African fat-tailed geckos. I have one male in there, unknown age, and a female in there that's about a year old. She's thrown, actually she's about a year and a half old, I guess now. She's thrown about 8 eggs for me in total. 2 eggs for me this year that went bad. And if we come over here, I have two more of her eggs here. Incubating in the new replicator, which seems to be holding perfect temperature. I have 3-4 thermometers in there to make sure everything's all good. A little shot. Don't want to lift it up for too long. Everything's working in there. Got the rose hair in there. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. Come over here. Move on to some of the ball python morphs. We got the Mojave ball python here. He is 263 grams. Due for a feed. And probably due for a shed soon as well too. His color's showing up on there. Mm-hmm. Still got nice yellows, even though he's pretty dark right now. Yeah, I'll try to get a side shot of him, show off his flames. Just all down the back, nice brown blushing. He's got one little ringer of blush that just almost goes around. I swear on his next shed, it'll be completely brown blushed. It's a great feeder, hasn't refused a meal yet. So got the nice white belly. A little bit of cross patterning once you get to the tail, but just great snake. Came from 2 Super Mojaves, so I hope to get some pretty clean Lucy's out of him in my bell project. Over here I have my female lesser, and she got a bunch of shit in the water bowl. This month she was 480 grams, so she's grown. She's not hissing at me. She is pretty dark as well. She'll be going into shed. These guys are pretty much shedding on the same schedule. I'm liking that. Still very light head, and weird spots of white are breaking through on her neck. I don't know if I can get that on camera. Right there. Not complaining about it at all. Her sides are graying up a bit, as expected, but still holding nice white belly, nice blushing all throughout her sides. Don't want to stress her out too much. But also, another great snake, and I think she'll throw some nice bells for me. Unfortunately, that won't be for a while. Hopefully about a year or so. And let's move on down to these 2 normals that I have here, which is a breeding pair that I bought, which I believe is a lie. It's either a lie or they were bred and then sold to me immediately after. I'll try to get this on camera. This is the female here. She's 4 years old. And though she does have what appears to be some sort of train tracking, she's extremely thin. I don't know if I can... Is that showing up? Yeah. I've tried everything with her. Recently got her to eat a mouse. That's about it. Tried to get her to eat another mouse the next week. Didn't take it. Hasn't eaten since. And she's only been my ever really worry snake because she's really thin for her age. And other than that, she's great. She's the only one that's ever bit me. I think that's just due to improper handling. Clearly, she's probably only ever been handled just for food and or mating purposes. So I try to take her out as much as possible. She gets better as you go, but sometimes when you go under a cage, she goes insane. She's the only snake I've ever had to flop around. Tried to put her in a glass container, something like this, and it just did not work. I'll go ahead and show you the male now. I got these guys for $120, $130, $150, I think. Yeah, $150. I paid the guy some money for driving them over here, even though he was late. The male here. See how good he's showing up on there. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just a normal as well. He's got some weird markings going on in his belly. But the thing that worries me is, doesn't really worry me. It's, he has really high white sides. I don't know if we can pick that up. It almost goes into this spider-like pattern all throughout his back. And then starts to go into some alien heads about a 1.5 foot up maybe. Other than that, this guy is pretty healthy. He came with the female. He's a little underfed, but he's been eating. He's getting back up weight. He does have a little bit of a head wobble too. Don't really see it unless he's feeding. Do a video on that later. And last but not least, I'll show you a snake that's probably gonna bite me. My California albino king snake.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. It's just me, bro. I got a question with this guy as well, too. I don't know, maybe someone can comment on. He's probably gonna end up biting himself or biting me, but... Alright, let's get down there. Right. Can you see that black piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a tick, it's not a mite, it's not any sort of scale rod as I can tell. Has no different texture. Just looks like the tip of a dead scale. Almost. And I just don't know what it is. It almost looks like a paradoxing on a albino snake. One stupid little scale. I've taken it to pet stores and I just don't know what it is. So if somebody could comment on that, please give me a little advice. Tried cleaning them, like, just seems to be part of them. Haven't seen anything like it before. There's also one little other spot right there. And yeah, that's about it. There's a lot of scarring all over him. I used to feed this guy live mice. Used to be a mouser for a long time. But he's calmed down too. He used to just attack me. Put him back. Yeah, I'm on rats now. And right here I have my future breeding rack. At the expo I plan to be picking up possibly a pinstripe. A rat in there right now. That'll be going to the doom rails tonight. Picking up a pinstripe, a butter, pastel, and I don't know, possibly something else. I can get something else cheap. Don't want to spend too much money on my first expo visit, but something that can get me started off in the possible year or two to come, or if I can get some breeders at some good prices. But we'll just end it right there, and take it easy, YouTube.